Hey Michelle, so I looked over your lesson plan and here's my feedback. This is a pretty cool lesson plan. I like it. That you're working them through a whole bunch of different planning strategies and devices. The beauty of doing something like this up front. So we're going to lay out four different planning strategies, four different planning devices, and then keep those. And throughout the year, each time we're writing, you can refer back to and use one of those. Choose which one you want to learn, tell me why it works for you, and then do it. It's a really nice, like, foundational piece, I think. Whoops, sorry, scrolled too far. There. Okay, so students are going to just start mapping out what they already know about their text, focusing on the main idea, and then you're going to go, okay, so you just did these two strategies, mind mapping, free writing, and then I'd like that you draw some of those really subtle distinctions between free writing, brainstorming, between mind mapping, outlines. That's good, and I think the only thing, and Michelle, this is so nitpicky because honestly, this is a great lesson plan. You might want to delve farther into the why. Think again about Doug Lemov's double planning, right? You're going to have a fair amount of students in your classes who are going to go, why do we have to do this? I use mind mapping and it works fine for me. I use free writing and it works fine. I don't need to learn anything more, right? You're going to have to convince them of the value, show them the purpose of learning four different ones, and the purpose has to be something more than, come on, just try it out. Because you'll get kids who go, I don't need to. I always mind map, it works. And they're just going to sit there and do nothing. And worse, they're going to distract their friends, right? So you have here, right, that here's the goal, right? They're meant to help the writer brainstorm about different topics, and they do so in subtle ways, right? Like outlines and lists, make quick notes. If we're taking history notes or something like that, this is designed to get everything we know, but then right down here, note that everyone's way of thinking is different. All right, it might be in here, right? So now remember, everyone's way of thinking is different. Even if this is the process and order that I use to organize my notes, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to use the exact one. Students will be shown examples of how I like to use multiple pre-writing strategies, okay? You might want to delve in a little bit there, right? And think about like some cool things you could talk to them about, right? Why not read some articles about like the creative process that people go through, or some brain research articles, like how your brain processes information differently depending on when you learn it, where you learn it, things like that. If you teach them a little bit about like themselves and how they process information, then you can link it back to each one of these, right? So, okay, which area of the brain am I tapping, or what kind of memory loop am I tapping if I try this one, okay, versus that one? So, okay, so which situation warrants which use of one, kind of teach them a little bit about themselves. Think about using an opportunity right inside of here to engage them and really kind of deepen their focus, okay? But that's really my only suggestion on this. I think the rest of this was really well done, having them reflect on each strategy, which one you want to use and why. I think it's nicely done. Good job.